Hello everybody, Ryan the Almighty here. Welcome back to the Agrarian Skies challenge. This is episode 18. So off camera I have done a tiny bit of work. I put that sheep back in its cage and I kind of caged these up a little bit better. Hopefully they're not going to escape now. I also upgraded my wood barrel to be holding 65,000 items now. To start, that's as far as I can get that barrel, and with my wood farm always running, that barrel was a wee bit full. One thing I have noticed though is if we come over here, this fluid storage is not really keeping up. It's only got 27 buckets in there at the moment, and the problem is that we now, because we're running 10 of these lava generators, it's just using up so much lava that system up here is not enough. I'm going to have to expand this in between episodes. I'm going to put more rows right here. Actually, I could probably put it right next to it. No, I don't think I could do that actually. I might expand this out a little bit more. Either way, I'm going to make some more crucibles and get them running, because we're not generating enough lava at the moment. As insane as that may seem, that's just not quick enough for us. So, as promised, I did a little bit of farming, and so you can see all the stuff here. I've got a bunch of whole different stuff. Yeah, things are growing: tomatoes, sunflower seeds, and all sorts of stuff. So we can actually continue on the Hell's Kitchen quests now. So if we have a look at some of the things, this is what we were doing. We've got a soybean, now we're going to need a presser. So let's take a look at a presser. I'm guessing by its name this would produce, it would get juices out of things. That's what I'm guessing the presser does. So it would get juices out of different fruits and vegetables. That's just a guess. Alright. Soybeans are placed in a presser from harvest craft process into soft tofu and soy milk. Put the soft tofu into the presser to create firm tofu. Soy milk and firm tofu can be used to replace milk and meat in many recipes. Fair enough. Only a quarter of a heart with that. I wanted a reward bag. Ugh. Anyway, vegan delight. So we're making firm tofu and 200 bottles of soy milk. Okie dokie. So let's grab this. Soybeans. If that's 200 bottles, that's going to take a little bit. Let's pop that right there. I'm assuming it doesn't need power. No, it doesn't look like it needs power, which is nice. And we get soy milk and silken tofu. So yeah, we are going to need 200 bottles of soy milk, it looks like. And 200 pieces of firm tofu, so that's going to take a while to do, so we might as well move on to the next thing, because that's going to take a while. So a fish sandwich. That sounds delicious. Fish sandwich. Bread, some sort of raw fish, and mayonnaise. How do we make mayonnaise? Egg in a juicer. Eggs may be a bit of a problem. Stupid music. Eggs are going to be a little bit of a problem. Hopefully we can get a spawn chicken in it. No, it's just a feather. I don't know if we have any feathers. No, hopefully we can make them. 3 arrows. This blood magic is really turning out for us. It's getting us a lot of things that we can't normally get. There we go. I don't know if there's enough life points in my thing. Oh yeah, apparently there is. Oh, shush. So there's a feather. We can pop that right into there and hopefully get a spawn chicken egg. Although we've got to make room for it, so let's grab some fencing. Just a stack. There we go. And some... Oh my gosh, shush. These people are so noisy. There you go, go into silent mode. Thank you. Actually, no, I put it back into sound mode. Technical difficulty, stand by. There we go. Now I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh yes, slabs. So slabs and fencing. Grab this chicken egg. Can I have that, please? Thank you. So it's probably going to take a while to get a chicken egg. But we can set it up. There we go, and chuck the chicken right into there. I don't think it can escape from this little spot here. But what we'll probably want to do... Damn it. Let's just put one of those in each. Sure, that works. What we are going to want to do is to somehow collect the eggs, probably with a vacuum hopper right above it. That's probably going to be the best way to grab it. So, I don't have a vacuum hopper. I have a normal hopper. There we go, vacuum hopper. Good thing we have a decent amount of ender pearls. So if we pop that in right... right above should be fine. That way it is definitely not going to fly out. And then from the front, we can output items with a import bus. Just a normal one's going to do for now because we don't need to grab stacks of items. I don't believe it's going to be able to process that much at a time. So we grab that and then grab some cables, ME cables. Let's just craft some of those while we're waiting. Are we missing something? No. Imports. There we go. So if we check the import bus right there. Actually, might be a good idea to put it right there. But then that wouldn't work. So let's actually do this. Oops. I'd like that back, please. Let's take these off for a second. Pop that on top. And then we can change the input up to the top. And then it's already connected up to the system. Although it doesn't look like it, it actually is. If we get rid of that. There we go. Then we can chuck a fence post back down. That's gone straight into the system. So fence. Right there. And I believe these guys also drop feathers. I may be mistaken on that, but I believe they do drop feathers. Can we shear cows? I know you can with Darkcraft. I don't know if there's some mod which lets you shear cows in this. No, but you can shear sheep. I might want to set up an automatic shearer and an automatic milker, which brings me to what I remember now, somebody telling me in the comments, and that was to make a rancher. So this might actually, I believe it milks the cows and whatnot. So that would be good if it does. It's got shears in its recipe, so I imagine it's going to shear the sheep for us. But we will find out. What are we missing? Shears, of course. Grab that. There we go. Alright, so probably want to place this just right here. And we, of course, need to power this and suck items out of it. So maybe I want to do this out the back, but for the moment, let's just do it here and see if it actually is going to work. That's the main thing that we need to make sure is it works. Alright, so it should just be able to hook onto the power line right here. Yep, it's shorn the sheep, but because this is full, once we get rid of that, there we go. It's got some items in it. I'm not sure how it works with milking cows, if it even does. But as you see, it shears sheep. Let's pop a chest behind it, just to kind of catch everything. And then let's just do this quickly. There we go. You're not getting out. So that's going to keep that powered just so we can see what the output is. Maybe we have to put bottles in there? Maybe. Bottle of natural gas, no. What about things like cans? If we can get canned milk, that might be nice. I've never actually used a ranch before, so I'm not 100% sure how it works. Buckets, maybe? If we have to put buckets in, that's not going to be very useful for us. Yeah, I may be getting this wrong. Maybe it doesn't actually milk cows. Oh! No, it does. It milks cows, but it's not a very good process. Does Mine Factory have any sort of cheap storage container? Doesn't look like they do. What about if we use glass bottles from Minecraft? That could actually work. They are relatively cheap to make, and you can actually milk a cow directly with these. If we have a look. At least I thought you could. Maybe you can't. Oh no, the server was just lagging. That's fine. I'll drink that. And then pop. Unless this is storing milk in it directly. I don't think it is. Although it very well could be. So let's see if we get a milk bottle out of that. Because if we do, then we can just chuck glass bottles in there and then we have milk for days. No? Does it really have to be buckets? Looks like it only works with buckets. Oh, that's a little bit of a shame. A bottle of milk, that's mariculture. No, milk bottle by Mine Factory Reloaded. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Unless the cow's just out of milk. I don't know. I'll leave those bottles in there, or that bottle in there, and just leave it for now and see how it goes. People probably telling me already it doesn't work, but I don't know that. So anyway, let's continue on our quests then. Like I said, I'm just going to leave that little setup there for now just to keep things tested and before it's prettied up. So fish sandwich, we needed, what was it? Let's get back to that. Fish, sand, mayonnaise, which was the egg. Okie dokie. Did we get any eggs yet? I assume this chicken's going to lay eggs. I don't think it needs to run around or have grass or anything. I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh well, we'll find out. Eventually. So I suppose we have to miss that one for now. Hamburger. Surely we don't need. Actually, mayo. Beef or tofu? What sort of tofu? Firm tofu. Okie dokie. So let's go out to our squeezer, or our presser, and let's grab some hard or firm tofu. There we go, one piece will do. Make a nice, lovely tofu burger. Skillet, toast. We don't have toast, which is just bread. No. Alright, so wheat we have a ton of. That turns into seeds, so we're going to have to do it this way. I'll grab a few of these actually because I have a feeling that we're going to need a few of them. And then just tuck the bread into the redstone furnace to turn it into toast. Couldn't be simpler. There we go. 2 pieces of toast. And let's make the hamburger then. What's an egg? There we go, hamburger. Perfect. What sort of meal is that? A nourishing meal. Nice. I'll have to eat that when I'm finished, or when I need food. Here we go, toast. So let's grab that toast out of the system, because we need that in our inventory for this test to actually go through. Toasty bread. We need 10,000 pieces of toast. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dear. 10,000 pieces of toast. Oh dear. Well, that's gonna take a while. That means we're gonna need 30,000 pieces of wheat. I think we're gonna have to start to automate farms, even if we just do one farm at a time. Because I'm guessing that this is gonna be 10,000 pieces of pizza, 10,000 pieces of brunch. Oh dear. Alright, what's salad dressing then? Vinegar. We need a vinegar. How do we get vinegar? That is a very interesting question. Papaya juice, orange juice, peach juice. Seems to be any sort of juice. Blueberries. I have blueberries. So there's some blueberry juice. And there's some vinegar. Nice. And then we can claim reward. We're getting lots of little hearts for probably pretty mundane tasks. Spaghetti. Okay, I thought that was a pizza. Alright. Just normal spaghetti, please. Tomato, spice leaf, and pasta. Ooh, that's dough and butter. Oh dear. Let's skip that one for now then. See if there's anything easier to do. Brunch. There's a hearty breakfast. I imagine this has got like sausage and everything. Hearty breakfast. Oh dear. Fried egg, tofu, potato cakes, and some sort of juice. That's alright. I'll get some apple juice. That's no problem. Potato cakes, onion, and potato. I believe I have both of... Oh, wow. Yeah. I had enough for that. So we should be able to make that. Oh, there's some toast. Tofu and a fried egg. Alright, so good thing we cooked up some of this tofu, or all of it, because we are going to need it right now. So there's a fried egg, and there is a hearty breakfast. We're getting lots of yummy meals. Delicious. So there we go, done. We have a tomato, and 10,000 tomatoes. Yep, we're going to have to skip that one for now. Green power, lettuce. I swear we have lettuce. Yes, we do. Manual detect, claim reward. What was that? Fish lettuce wraps. Ooh, we're getting food as rewards. Yummy, yummy. We are swimming in food. We're not even going to have to eat carrot juice anymore. I'll leave it there just for now, just in case. Alright, so what else was there? 10,000, 50,000 lettuce. Yep, okay. Definitely going to have to get big farms of lettuce, of tomatoes, and of wheat for bread. And probably some other things as well. I'll of course automate those. We'll probably do that maybe this episode, maybe next episode. Who knows? Probably next episode though, because I'm going to have to do some preparing. Bacon mushroom burger. We need 1,000 bacon mushroom burgers. Now, we do have the quest delivery system. That is something that we could automatically do. Is have it feed the quest delivery system, which you pump items in. It puts it into this book and counts it as a, you've done it yourself. But I don't think you can do that with more than one thing, so we'll see. Yep, that was 200 of each. That's right. Not so fast food. Bacon mushroom. Oh, the way that was like, 1,000 bacon mushroom burgers. 10,000 vinegar. Oh dear. 100 hearty breakfasts. Okay, let's get this spaghetti out the way, and then I believe that's all we're going to be able to do for now. Spag. Spice leaf. We don't have any spice leaf. Oh, we do. Okay. I did not know that. Alright, so gonna need to make some salt. Not a saucepan, we have one of those. Gonna need dough, which is flour. Flour, salt, and a water bucket. Alright, well, we're gonna need some more salt anyway, so let's get that up and running. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go, salt. That was just water in a pot. Okie dokie. That's something else to automate as well. It's to generating salt. Actually, that wouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah, alright, let's automate salt. We haven't done any sort of automation really for a while, so automating salt is one of those easy things. I believe an aqueous accumulator is going to be the best bet. And then what we're going to need is to grab the pot out. Actually, I'll make another pot so it's not taking that one away from us. There it is. Pot. There we go. So let's get the recipe for salt up so we have it handy. So that's just basically a bucket of water and a pot. So we have the aqueous accumulator. What we will then want is something to place the item. Now, of course, for that we have the activator, which we don't have any of. Autonomous activator will do that for us. Of course, we have all the resources to spare. We have so much resources, it's not funny. At least for now. So where can we set this up? About right over here. Our water source is over here, though. Yeah, let's do it over here. So the aqueous accumulator is going to need 2 water source blocks. So let's grab a bucket. Craft me one of those, please. Yoink. And then come out through here. There we go. Oh, I just heard an egg pop, so that is working. So if we have the autonomous activator right there. Didn't mean to put that there. There we go. And just like that, another water source block on the other side, and we should be good to start generating good amounts of water. Nice. I will light this up out here just so things don't spawn when we don't want them to. And we're going to have pipe leading right out of here and into our autonomous activator. Actually, no, what do we need an autonomous activator for? I'm completely missing the point. No, the autonomous activator is to fill up water. In that case then, I have to think of this a different way. So we don't need this autonomous activator. So let's get rid of it. Pick that up. Alright, so that source block there, we're going to want to put that right there. Turn the sucker around. There we go. Now, if we chuck a bucket into there, that should fill up. Is it going to empty it? Yes, it is. That could be a problem. I suppose maybe not. But then we need a crafting machine. I believe applied... No, not applied energistics. Thermal expansion does one. And I believe we have one. I think NEI has it just completely derped up at the moment. I believe it has. Pretty sure we got a assembler. Cyclic assembler, that's the thing. So if we then pump items into the cyclic assembler using a blueprint. Oh no, it didn't mess up. It's just because I put blueprint. Oh, let's just have a look at thermal expansion. Where is the little thing? Schematic. Alright, 2 pieces of paper and a piece of lapis, I'm guessing. Yep, there we go. Blank schematic. Now, how do we use this? I believe we maybe have to put it in there. So let's grab another bucket and teach it the recipe. Now, I'm hoping this works. I should have tested this off camera, because I may be doing all this for completely nothing. There may be a better way to do this, but this kind of works. So if we put that into there... How do we tell it what to put on there? Machinist workbench, maybe? Is that what we use? Maybe. Because I can't do any sort of click combinations with this. Yeah, no. So I'm guessing a machinist workbench, maybe? That would be a guess. I'm going to need some paper. A chest. And a crafting table. Now I'm just going on a guess that this is what we need. Alright, so let's chuck that right next to the bed. Oh, perfect. So a pot plus that. Clear crafting grid, no. Right schematic. There we go. So then if we chuck that into here, what we should be able to do is chuck that into there, and then once we put a water and a pot in there, it needs power. Of course it does. We don't have enough cables to get over there, it looks like. Maybe I'll bring it over here for now, just to test things out. Make sure they work before I put some effort into cabling. So if we chuck that right there, we've got this recipe in there, we chuck those in there, it creates that, puts the bucket back into there, that's going to work perfectly. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create some more of these energy conduits, run these under the floors. I'm going to keep this sucker right here, the rancher. He doesn't get milk for us, but he does get wool for us. And I believe this sheep will need some grass underneath it, so I will do that as well. We'll come back, this will be all prettied up. I'll probably move this rancher directly behind the sheep, so it's kind of out of the way. But yeah, I'll do that. I shall be back. Alright, so I've done this now. If we come back here, as you can see, we've got power coming out from over here, and power is going into this rancher here. All the output, all the wool is going to come into here and then into the ME system. Perfect. I want to put that back there. And then the power is coming over here into our cyclic assembler. So what we're going to do now is something a little bit funky. So what we're going to want to do is grab a couple pneumatic servos, and then we're going to want item ducts. Yes, this may seem weird, but this is a good reason. We need item ducts. That's going to be input on the top. I should change the top to a input. So let me grab my crescent hammer out. And this one's going to be coming out. And we want to tell this one to only pull out... no. Alright, they didn't get rid of any torches. Empty hand, empty hand. This one is going to pull out water buckets. And it's going to pop it into the side of here. And then it's going to take out of the top here only empty water buckets. So actually we wanted the item filter not there, but on there. So we want this to whitelist empty water buckets and to be always on, and this one to be always on. So then what should happen is we keep the pot in there, we put empty water bucket in there. It should get pulled out. Where is it, the blue pulling from? No, it should be the top. Whoop. That should be pulling out whitelist white empty buckets. So let's chuck that into there. That should be pulling out and putting the water bucket into here. It's on whitelist. It's on to ignore redstone. So it should be pulling out, or unless this is the wrong way around. Did that do it? Yeah, there's a water bucket in there. So I'm confused about why this doesn't work. It should be pulling out this bucket here and chucking it into here. Unless that's the wrong way around. Maybe? That's the top. I'm always confused about which of these is input and which is output. So if we chuck that into there, is that going to get... No, that's not going to get pulled out, so I think that does have to be orange. And the top one's blue. But it's not taking the empty bucket from here. And that's from blue. Does it not take from machines? Does it just not work? I don't think it takes... Yeah, I think that's the problem, is it doesn't take from a machine. Which could be a bit of a problem. I honestly have no idea how to take something from a machine. That's the only thing that we need to do, is take from a machine. Because these usually auto output... Oh, we could have made the schematic there? No. I don't know. But that's made the salt. Okay. Yep, I get what the issue is now. So this may not work. Because we can't get it to take the buckets out. I mean, if I change this to orange, it's going to put the salt into there, which is not what we want. The salt would want to come out the bottom, for instance. Give me a minute to look this up, and I'll come back and see if there's anything we can do. Alright, I think I have found a solution. Apparently, we can directly pump water into a cyclic assembler with a bucket in there. So, let's see if this works. I still have my aqueous accumulator. And I'm going to need my fluid ducts. Now, I didn't test this to see if it works. I mean, why would I test things? That's ridiculous. Alright, so we chuck that. That's got to be facing this way. And then we want output out that side. So if we bring this up, there's the output face. And is that fluid duct? No, that is not fluid duct, Ryan. Come on. Alright. So fluid duct, okay, it looks like it automatically exports. So if this is correct, then we should just be able to connect this up and it will go. Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't even see that slot there, otherwise I would have immediately thought to myself, oh, we can pump water into that. So yeah, problem solved. Although, why is it stopped now? But either way, what we can do is we can get rid of that complex. And we can remove this. Chuck that back on. And chuck the pneumatic servo back in. I'm not going to whitelist anything, because all it's going to be doing is set it to ignore Actually, no, we don't need that at all, because we can use an import bus to directly import from the top of the machine. Import bus, and the good thing about this system is, you know, there's no limit to the amount of water we can generate, and it doesn't use up the bucket, so it's basically infinite salt. We don't need to worry about, you know, using up too much of X resource to make it, or anything like that. The only thing we have to be wary of is, of course, storage space. Using up too much storage space to make it. Too much storage space for salt. But we can put that in a barrel. So once we pop that onto orange, there we go. That's gone into the system now. We are automatically generating salt. Of course, not at the moment. Let's just pop a servo into there. And set this to that. Was that the issue? Why is there no water getting into this machine now? This thing's full. It is set to orange on the side we need. But yet, it's not accepting water. Interesting, interesting. These are fluid ducts. They're empty, but they say fluid water. Alright, so blue, yes, that's there. It's not out of power or anything. Do I have to put the recipe in? Was that the problem? No, it's not. Let's just set orange on all outputs. Let's see if that fixes it. I mean, it worked for like 4 things and then stopped. So I don't see why this would have like a cooldown or anything. Fluid duct, that is right. It's getting power. It's got power. This has got water in it. It worked for a second. Let's have a look at this. No, I have no idea why it's not working now. Give me a minute to look this up and I'll be back. Alright, so this is pumping away now. I realised what the problem was. You can't change this to that. I mean, you can't change that to be output simply because it's a thermal expansion machine. It automatically outputs and it doesn't seem to like that. So without that, it's generating salt nicely for us. I also moved the power cord underneath so that we're going to eventually have probably more here, generating all sorts of different things. So we'll see. But otherwise, that is salt being automatically made for us. I should probably make a barrel for it. Why isn't this running? We are full up on cobblestone. For now, anyway. Salt, yes, definitely going to need a barrel for it. Simply because this is probably going to make thousands, you know, in between me logging on and logging off. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to do, is in between episodes, I'm going to chuck a barrel right here for salt. Actually, I could just get rid of this, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's going to be so much easier, because, you know, we're generating... what am I saying? We're generating the gravel as we need it, so we partition that. And then we're going to grab all the salt out, chuck it in, so that it's all going to be forced to go into that barrel. This should be like, yeah. Cool, so that works. Yeah, yeah, that's a nice little system. Again, we're probably going to use that for more things such as, I don't know, whatever we need later on for like making milk or making, you know, sandwiches or whatever we need for these quests, which are going to take 1 million items or 10,000 items. But yeah, next time what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to start some automated farming, because we're going to need a buttload of tomatoes, lettuce, a whole bunch of things. So right across here are probably going to be, I'd say, not too big, probably a 5x5 farm using Mine Factory Reloaded to generate farms, much like I did in Sky Factory. So if you saw that, it's going to be very similar to that, except instead of magical crops, we're going to be getting fruit and vegetables, all the good stuff for you. But anyway, we'll come back next time, and I forgot to do his grass. I will put his grass down shortly. I've got to get a collector thing for him, because otherwise if I dig that out, he's just going to fall into the void, and I don't want that. And I forgot to name my chicken. I'll do that also. Lots of taking care of in between episodes. So anyway, we'll come back next time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!